Joining us is 10th District Democratic Congressman Brad Schneider, whose district on the North Shore does include the Great Lakes Naval Base. Thanks for being here, Congressman.
Thanks for having me.
Fresh off the plane from D.C. So what are you hearing about what exactly is being staged at Great Lakes in your district?
This is one of the problems. We're hearing very little. There's been almost no communication and certainly no clarity on what's happening. It was reported that the Pentagon approved using Naval Station Great Lakes to station both ICE DHS personnel as well as potentially National Guard, but no details, no timing, no specifics. And here's the catch, or the challenge. Naval Station Great Lakes is the largest training base in the U.S. Navy. It is the only base that trains recruits, basic training, taking recruits and teaching them how to be sailors. It is essential for the preparedness of our Navy, for the security of our nation. And anything the administration is doing for political purposes that might undermine that mission threatens the security of the entire country.
Are you worried that that could undermine that mission? It could take up space. It could take up facilities.
I'm very worried. It could take up space. It causes a distraction. Every week there's a graduation. Upwards of 1,000 sailors graduate boot camp. Their families come for that celebration. And from there, those sailors go to their next training school before going out and being deployed around the world. So it is critical that we maintain that pace, that cycle of training every week, bringing in 1,000 sailors every week, graduating 1,000 sailors who have completed the 10-week course, and it goes on for the entire year.
We just spoke with Senator Duckworth, who has talked about how the governor has to call the National Guard. The president can't unilaterally do it. We've covered this extensively here, unless he wants to declare something like the Insurrection Act, although a judge in California basically said no, there was no pretext for the president to call in the National Guard there. But as Democrats, is there some kind of arrangement you can make with the White House to say, in lieu of National Guard, how about more federal agents in ATF and DEA and FBI?
It's a great question. The White House isn't working with Congress at all, let alone working with Democrats in Congress. What I've said very clearly, if the president wants to help address the challenges, not just in Chicago, we're facing across the country, addressing gun violence, he's holding up $158 million of funding that Congress authorized for gun violence reduction programs. Helping keep our communities safe. $800 million for violence prevention in general. We should be surging more resources to local police departments, to helping those police departments hire more personnel, get the training they need to keep our communities safe over the long term. We can invest in the programs that will provide young kids alternatives, keep them off the streets, out of gangs, making our communities more safer. These are the long-term solutions that we should be talking about, that Congress has authorized funds for. Instead, the president is using his platform, using his power or his perceived power to terrorize our communities, to threaten states that he disagrees with. He sees it as a Republican-Democratic divide. It's not. We have Republican Democrats throughout our district. Every one of them deserves to live in a healthy and safe community, and we're working to make sure that they get the care and the support that they need.
And the reports are, and Vice President Vance seemed to indicate that this operation right now is solely focused on ICE agents and immigration. There are a fair number of undocumented immigrants, we presume, in the 10th District. You got areas like Highwood and other areas that have a high population. Do you support more ICE enforcement actions right now?
You know, what the administration is doing is not trying to address an immigration problem. If it was, it would work on passing the immigration reform we've been talking about for decades. It's not trying to address border security. If it was, it'd be working on investing in border security that keeps our borders secure across time, making sure that we have the resources, the agents that we need, that they have the training that they need. We need to know who's coming into the country. But until we fix our immigration system, and the two go hand in glove, we're always going to have challenges with border security. This president has no desire to do that. What Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are trying to do, again, is to create terror, to sow division. We can't let them do it. We are a strong community. The communities across the 10th District in Cook, Lake, and McHenry County, we support each other. We have schools that are trying to educate our kids, preparing them for the 21st century. We're trying to make sure that everyone has access to quality, affordable health care where they live, when they need it, from doctors and nurses that they can trust. Those are the problems people worry about. And the number one problem is that life is just too expensive in this country. The The president promised he'd be lowering costs. Everything he's done, from tariffs to other programs, are raising costs. It's getting more expensive, not less expensive. Those are the things that we should be working on. Those are the things that I'll work with anyone. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican. Let's address the challenges families are facing.
Part of this immigration enforcement, the president has sued Illinois and Chicago, and I have to say has lost in court on challenging the Trust Act in Illinois, sanctuary cities. Do you believe that Lake County police officials, McHenry County, Cook County, should cooperate in some fashion?
What we want our police departments to do is protect our local communities. I live in Highland Park. Our police department is wonderful. They take care of our community. North Chicago, McHenry, Northbrook, and Cook County. The local police departments know the community, they know our neighbors, they know the needs of the community, and they also know that they need more resources, we need more personnel. It is hard for these local police departments to find people to work in their departments. This is a problem across the country. Last month I had a roundtable with my police chiefs in the district, and we talked about these issues. We should be promoting working in public safety and first responders. It's not just police, it's fire departments, giving back to the community, making a career, serving the community, and celebrating those that do. These are the people who put their lives on the line every day for us.
On a completely different topic, we spoke with your colleague yesterday who was at the survivors of Epstein press conference, who seemed to think there are the votes to release the full Epstein documents. Do you think that'll get called for a vote?
We'll see. There are the votes. We know that I think every Democrat has said that the files should be released. This is about making sure that the victims are heard, that the victims get some justice, and that people who take advantage of young women, young men as well, people who are involved in sex trafficking, are held to account. That if you're rich and famous, you can't buy your way out of it. So we need to understand what happened in 2008 when Epstein was first tried and got a sweetheart deal, what's in those files, and the people who are in those files should be held fully accountable. For the benefit of the victims, we cannot and never should forget the impact that this episode, that Jeffrey Epstein and the people around him had on these young women's lives, that will have an impact the rest of their lives.
All right, Congressman Brad Schneider of the 10th District in Illinois. We should mention we did invite Congressman Darren LaHood, Republican from Peoria. He could not make it tonight. We've also repeatedly reached out to the White House for some representatives to speak to us on these operations. We have not been able to coordinate anything yet, but Congressman, thanks for being here.
Happy to be here. Thanks.